So excited about this, man. Guess what? Listen, if you're a person that needs branding help, if you don't even know what branding is or marketing, you need web designs, you need graphic designs, guess what? I have them right. I got my finger right. I have it right here. His name is JP Hightek. He's going to be on the show Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, man. Tell us about your business and how you can help people.
Oh man, I am excited to be there this Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Strict City Live. Folks, if you're all about branding, graphic design, web design, right? Developing your
Yeah.
voice. You want to
Yeah.
show up because I'm going to be dropping some knowledge, some secrets, and things that you need to consider as a branding, right? Earlier, we were together on a live show, but we're now realizing that you got to be consistent with your branding, with your colors, with
That's
your
right.
message, with your targeted audience. There's so
Yeah.
much that you got to be consistent on and how to do it. The best people to connect with, understanding the value proposition of a company. This is crucial. If you want to learn more, I'm going to stop right here. Show up
At
this
8 p.m.
Thursday.
Central Standard Time. Don't miss it. Listen, I'm excited. Can you tell I'm excited a little bit?
I'm excited,
Because hey,
man.
listen, I want to help people. Like, to be honest with you, and I'm bringing somebody on that has more knowledge on branding. I'm gonna put up a couple of links. One of the links is gonna be to his website. Just before the show, just go look at his website. Enough said. Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Your boy DJ
Thursday.
Strick. Strict City Live. You can actually find me on YouTube because the show will only be on YouTube. Strict City '01 is the channel. Again, that's Strict City '01.
Hi, I'm Charles Jackson with Charles Jackson Media, a consultancy connecting people, passion, and purpose. And we are proud sponsors of Content Creators University, brought to you by JP Hightek. You know how people struggle to connect in their personal relationships? Well, I help them break through those barriers so that they can have happy and healthy relationships with themselves, with family members, colleagues, and people from diverse backgrounds. I serve individuals, brands, and organizations looking for better ways to connect. My approach keeps the whole person in mind. That is why we have several points of entry. I connect via social media outlets, in person and virtual workshops, speaking engagements, video and traditional podcasts, and coaching, all centered around our 3-step relational leadership model for connecting with people across differences. So I invite you to connect with me on any of your favorite social media platforms. I'm at Charles Jackson Media or on the web at charlesjackson.media. You should also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can stay up to date with all of our video chat series. Thanks for connecting and enjoy the rest of Content Creators University.
Hey man, this is DJ Strick, and you're watching Content Creators University with JP Hightek. Man, don't miss a thing. Stay right here.
Yes, yes,
Welcome
yes.
to the show.
Good to be here, man. Good to be here. This is amazing, man. This space you've created, phenomenal, bro. Absolutely
Appreciate it.
phenomenal. I'm excited to be here, man.
Thank you,
Excited.
sir.
Content Creators University, man. Woo!
Yes,
good to be here.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, Lenita.
What a pleasant surprise. Thank you for the welcome and for the amazing introduction.
What's it going? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode here at the Content Creators University. I am your humble servant, JP. I am always excited, you can tell. Every single time we have to connect, that we have a show here. Why am I excited? Because it's another opportunity for us to learn. And today, we have another amazing guest. He has an amazing, impactful story, and he's about to teach us. We're about to learn from his stories, from his mistakes, and things he's learned along the way to be at the level he's at today. Phenomenal. As you guys know, every single week we have an amazing mind, one of the top minds, right, in the content creation ecosystem, IT. As I always say, the day you stop learning, you stop growing. So what we do here is we are always learning, always growing, always evolving, right? So that we can stay competitive, master our craft, and offer a better value proposition. That's what this is all about. So if you're new to this platform, I want to welcome you. My name is JP Hightek. Like I said earlier, I am a cinematographer, software developer, and graphic designer, and I help entities, companies, individuals elevate their visuals and their presence with high quality branding and transform people's lives, right? That's what we're all about. That's what we do over here. And the Content Creators University, our motto is create, impact, and innovate. So if you're all about creating, impacting, and innovating, then you are at the right place, right? If you're listening to this podcast, I want to encourage you to hop on YouTube as well and subscribe to our channel. That is JP Hightek Reviews, or youtube.com/JP Hightek Reviews. Connect with us, or simply go to our website, which is jphightek.com, jphightek.com. Connect with us. You will love it. Now, let me take a second, right, to thank our sponsors, because this is listener supported and sponsors supported, right? So this show is kept alive because of your support, right? So as sponsors, I want to thank Charles Jackson Media, a sponsor of this show. If you want to learn how to build a premium studio, or you just want to understand the mechanics surrounding live video, the things that you need to understand, how to set up the proper lighting, imagery, a LUT, or even color correction, or the softwares, the hardwares and everything, connect with him. Go to his website, which is charlesjackson.media. You won't regret it. He is a phenomenal person. And this company, they do amazing things, right? So I want to thank him for being a sponsor of this platform. Talking about sponsor, folks, we have more. I'm about to run the ad, and then we'll be talking about who is coming next in the Content Creators University before we bring our guests over. So I want you to stick with me, grab some popcorn, because today is going to be amazing. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me. All right. And that was revealed. RTN Streams. I'm sorry about that. RTN Streams, for those of you who do not know, is the best companion to your eCam, right? I am broadcasting this live stream right now using my eCam software. But keep in mind, eCam is your encoder. But at the same time, this live is also available and is live right now on my Roku TV application. I want to take a time and give a shout out to all the folks that are watching this live on my Roku TV application. If you don't have it, you want to go ahead and download that, right? The name of the application is JP Hightek TV. Download it, or if you have a Fire TV device, go ahead and download it as well. Enjoy your big flat screen TV, this live stream every single week, or you can watch it on demand right after the show is over. Couple of hours after that, it is available on demand on my Roku TV application, right? So thanks for that. And I am only able to do this because I am using the solution from RTN Streams, right? One of our sponsors on the platform. And RTN Streams allows you to do that. Go to the website, visit rtnstreams.com. Or if you're just looking for some free overlays, just like the ad showed you, go ahead and get yourself some free dope overlays. Download those, elevate your visuals, and make things interesting, right? I'm loving the one I have right here. All right, so who's next? So as you can see right there, we are going to be talking about a subject that is amazing: perfectionist mindset as creators. And we'll be having right here next week, Wednesday, right, August 18th at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Alec Johnson will be with us here to talk about that. And when I tell you that this guy, he's an amazing guest, you want to get ready for it. We call him the green screen king. He does phenomenal things on the budget level. I don't know how else to say it. This is just fantastic, folks. Fantastic. So I want to encourage you to stay tuned to this event. Come and let's connect together. Now, enough about who else is going to be here. Let's talk about who is behind stage today. Before we talk about him, something is happening tonight right after this live stream. And I know you saw the ad, but this is the guest that we'll be having shortly, right? Shortly after I remind you about what's going to happen tonight. Well, what exactly is JP talking about? Well, I'm going to be live, right, on a different show with Shriek City. I know you saw the ad, and I'll be with him talking about branding, folks. That's what I do. That's what I help so many companies and individuals with. I've been doing this for over 15 years. So if you want to learn the secrets and certain tips and tricks and understanding, most things about how to properly brand yourself, establish your brand, establish your company, you want to be there. It's going to be tonight on Shriek City Live Show at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time after this live stream. So if you want to know more information about it, I have it posted on my personal social media pages. Go ahead, look for JP Hightek, and you will not miss this information. All right. So now let me go ahead and bring over the guest that we have behind stage. Jeremy Duncan, right? Getting things done. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I repeat, guest right after this ad. Don't go anywhere, folks. Stay with me. I'll be right back. Hey, Jeremy, welcome to the Content Creators University. I am humbled that you're here. How's it going, man?
Man, I'm excited, man. I am excited all the way from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm finally, mama, I made it. I'm on here on Content Creator University. I'm excited. Yes, brother, man,
Hey,
it is a blessing and a privilege, and I'm humbled to be on the show today, man. How are you today?
absolutely. Absolutely, man. I'm honored to have you here as our professor today. That's what we do,
Come
right?
on.
Every single
I'm
week
a
we have an
professor.
amazing guest. Yes,
I'm
sir,
a
you
professor.
are.
Man, oh man,
You
I
are our
gotta get,
professor today.
I gotta get a pay raise then, man. I need my pay raise.
I know,
Nah,
right?
man.
I know.
Yes,
Like we
sir.
do. And I know there's some folks watching this. They'll be like, who is this guy, right? So take a
Yeah.
minute, introduce yourself, let them know who exactly you are, please.
Yes. I am Jay Dunn. Jeremy Duncan, better known, aka as Jay Dunn, when you Google me. And I am basically a content creating, Christian rapping, video game nerd, anime loving nerd, and just a person who all around is just an apostolic, when we call it Apple computer, apostolic minister, because I love Apple products, and yeah, that's who I am. So all encompassing, just an all around content creating Christian rapping nerd. That's the best way I can explain it.
Nice. I'm loving that. I'm loving the way you introduce yourself humbly, folks. This dude is doing some amazing, amazing things, right?
Come on,
Just
come
to
on.
lay some foundation for the folks to understand your background a little bit before we
Yeah.
dive into your story, because today we're talking about something that's very powerful, right? Your
Yes.
audience is waiting. Just the title of the show
Yes.
is making it. There's something inside of me that's boiling, right? Your
Come on.
audience is waiting. This is something
Yeah.
that is transcending our level, transcending what we do, to understand that we do have an audience that is
Oh yeah.
actually waiting for us until we step on the ladder. That
Come on.
audience will not be able to partake of the blessing that we
Come
have.
on.
This is not level. But before we get into that, right? Before we
Yes,
even
sir. Come on. Come on.
embrace that space, you're a CEO of a label company. Talk to us about your label a little bit.
Oh yes, man. I am the happy and privileged and humbled CEO of a beautiful record label called Rapture Ready Productions, established about 5 years ago with some of the most amazing Christian artists and talent in the entire universe. Shout out to my entire team and staff and all the artists who encompass not just Rapture Ready Productions, but Rapture Ready Productions North that we have in Chicago as well. So, man, just super excited about what God is doing with that. And yeah, we can get into all of that soon. So, yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Now, let me ask you this, right?
Yes, come on.
As an owner of a company, as a
Mhm.
content creator, right? As a professional in the field, and you've been doing this for how long again?
Whew. All right. So officially with an LLC, 5 years, but since 2003. So you're talking about almost, 18,
Right.
years. Yeah, about 17, 18 years. Yeah.
And the reason why I ask is because I wanted to see and make sure, even though I read your bio before you came here, I wanted the folks that are listening and watching the show to know that aspect. Why? Because that allows us to dive into an aspect of your story, which is
Come on.
you've seen the transition and how content creation has evolved, during the years and the time, especially after COVID, right? With
Oh,
having
yeah.
everybody trying to embrace more.
That's
Not
it.
that it wasn't there before, but we have people embracing the sphere more than it used to be before. Now, let me ask you this. Why do you think that people are so much interested in creating content today, even though it's nothing new? Is it just COVID, or what is it, in your humble opinion?
I think a lot of people are tired of the I think a lot of people are seeing that they had potential or seeing what that potential could be in this time dispensation, where a lot of us are getting tired of trading time for money, and they want to be able to
Hmm.
trade time, basically have residual income coming in and be able to do more of that. So I think a lot of people are just seeing the opportunity that, man, I see other people that look just like me. You look at MKBHD and you're like, man, he's young, he's talking about tech and he's being able to travel the world and do that. I think I can do that too. And I think there's never a greater time to start than now. And the worst time to start was yesterday, before like tomorrow. So
Hmm.
it's like start right where you're at. So I think a lot of people just technically are seeing the opportunities that consecration can make, and then making that jump to that, not realizing what they're really jumping into, but that's a whole nother story.
Absolutely. And that is
Yeah,
why we're here, because
correct.
it is easy to jump into something, but it is very important to understand
Come
what you're
on,
jumping into so that that does
come on.
not burn you. Now, let's talk
That's it.
about that a little bit. As a content creator, what is your story? How did you end up where you are today, having a YouTube channel, also having your label? Because you've been doing this for over 10 plus years. You didn't always have a label. So, how
No,
did you,
sir.
first of all, become the CEO of a label signing artists nationally and internationally? Share with us a little bit.
Oh man, so I believe I served my way here. I got saved at the age of 16, and from the age of 16, I was always a rapper. Always really was into music. Always really into the Tupacs and the Biggies and stuff like that when I was in the secular arena. And so I was doing music in the secular arena. But when I got saved, that gift got converted over into Christian rap. I completely was called. I tell people all the time I was audibly called to the gift of Christian rap. A lot of people are like, well, what does that mean? I'm saying that God Himself, I'm a believer, a man of faith, called me into the ministry's house. So when we called to be a pastor, I was called to lead people to God, to Jesus, with Christian rap. So because of that, I was in a church that was very, very strict on discipleship, which means I was like a person of like, I'm ready to go out there. I'm ready to go hit the streets. I'm ready to go hit the
Hmm.
block and save the world, right? And they was like, yeah,
Right.
sit down and let's get you some foundation. So over the years, I began to serve, and in serving, I came across other ministries, other record labels who were doing similar things in my community, and I began to serve them. And in a humble and like with the right spirit of not trying to be the top, not trying to be the
Hmm.
guy, being the behind the scenes person and being okay with that. My pastor of 18 years, he told me something that was very powerful. He said, the day that you're truly called to do something is going to be the day that you say, I don't want to do it anymore. And I was like, huh? What?
Ooh.
What do you? I said, can you say that to me one more time? He said, yeah, the day that you are really are called, and God's gonna push that button on you to go forth. When that button is like, let's go, you're gonna be
Hmm.
sitting there like, I don't want to do it no more. Like Moses was saying, like
Hmm.
Jonah was saying, like so many people in the Bible that we speak of, they did not want to go, but that was the time when God said, when it was no longer your want and His want. And so I tell people all the time, yeah, that's when it's no longer a want of you. When I lost the desire to do it for the money, when I lost the desire to do it for the fame, when I lost the desire to do it for the vain glory that comes with it, that's when God said, now you're ready to go forward. And so in doing that, I created I was in prayer, and God was showing me Rasha Ready Productions, and I began it. I did the LLC, and I signed my first artist within a year. And man, from there, shout out to my brother Jay Knight, who co-labors in this ministry with me. Um, from that point forward, God has took us on a journey, and we have almost over 20 people connected to us in different locations across the country and even internationally. So God has just done some amazing, crazy things with a young man who was just trying to be hidden in the streets, just be like David on the other side of the mountain. I ain't even concerned about trying to do that. I was just trying to reach my community, and God has opened up major doors for us. So that's how I became a
Man,
CEO.
this is fantastic, and it's so inspiring to hear stories such as yours of
Yeah.
people, right?
Yes, sir.
Everyday people, just like you,
Yeah.
making and walking a certain walk, serving, and through the blessing and the graces received from God, as being able to establish and be positioned to a
Yes.
higher position. This is
Yeah.
amazing because a lot of content creators, a lot of us that are creating content, we have aspirations, we have dreams, and sometimes we feel like we cannot continue anymore because I've been doing it for 2 3 4 5 years, and I've never seen anything tangible to share with anybody else. Why would you tell me today, Jeremy, that I need to keep going?
Well, I'm a go bring it to scripture, man. I told you I was gonna preach. I was
Let's
trying
go,
not
let's
to
go.
do it, brother. I was trying to do it. But Jesus, when he was 12 years old, he was in the temple. He had the calling, he had the gift, and he was in there asking questions and answering questions, right? So he's in there, and then his parents come. They say, "Hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. You need to come, man. I'm about my father's business, don't you?" And they stopped. Mary took him away. Joseph took him away, and he was hidden almost into the age of 29. And you would say to yourself, man, what was the point of that? Like, if he already had it, then he was being discipled. He was being checked to see if he would have consistency over the years. He had to grow in it. He had to mature in it. And so in maturity, and that's where it happens in the process, in the behind the scene, I call it the desert place. In your desert time, in your desert place, when no one is paying attention to you, when the subscriber account is low, can you endure the test and the trial? On YouTube, when you sign up the first day and put your trailer up, you think, oh, I made it. And I literally did that a couple of months ago when I started my new YouTube channel, Getting Things Done. I put the trailer up, and I'm like, hey, I did it. And for 3 weeks, that's all I did. And it's like, you're not going to get to the million followers if you don't start putting out more videos and putting out content on a consistent basis. So when you start, it's really just saying, can you, YouTube algorithm even teaches you this. You're not going to even be seen until you show us that you're in this, not just for today, not just for tomorrow, but you're in it for the long haul. And so you're being tested. So people, I would say this to anyone who's starting in the journey, who's been like, man, I've been doing this for 2 or 3 years. I told you, I've been rapping since 16. I didn't start seeing success until I was 33. You know, because there was a grounding, there was a maturing, there were some things that need to be ripped away from me. I didn't know my niche audience. I didn't know my exact audience. I didn't know who was the people I was targeting. I hadn't gone through all the trials and testings that I needed to go through so that the people I'm specifically sent to would hear the message that God has given me. And if we could strip away even if we stripped away that portion of it, just the things that I'm gifted and called in, period, in life, whatever my gifting is. I'm a great IT person. I love IT. We talked about this backstage. I love IT and stuff like that, and I've been doing that since 3 years old. When my mama came home with an IBM computer, I put it all together at 3 years old. It was just something I loved, right? And so the mindset is that sometimes you're just don't know the things that you've been learning over the years are shaping you for who you're going to be in the future. And that's it.
I hope
That's
they're
it.
taking note. I hope you guys
I
have been
hope
taking
so
note
too, brother.
because you have dropped a lot of bombs, and in a
Yeah.
short period of time you said so much that is life transforming, right? You
Yes.
talked about purpose, you talked about foundational work, you talked about knowing who you are during the desert time, right?
That's it.
Standing on your 2 feet and still believing in you, understanding that you do have something to say. See,
Come
my
on.
takeaway from what you're saying is that regardless of how hard it may be today, understand that every single level you're at is going to contribute to who you
Come
will
on.
be at the end of your
That's it.
journey,
That's
right?
it.
It's gonna mold you to who you are. I was just on a different live stream this morning, and I was saying that if you do not know how to manage $10,000, how would you
Woo.
manage $1 million? You need to embrace the
Come on.
story. You need to embrace the journey. You need to embrace your walk and understand that every single level you're at, every single
Come on.
thing you're doing, God is going to use that to
Come on.
build you, right? Just like you just said, like Moses, right? Moses couldn't lead 4,000 plus people unless he understood leadership.
Come on.
Leadership 101, right? Who are you? What's your story? Where are you trying to go?
Come
How
on.
can you stand firm regardless of adversity and knowing that you can still break through? That is who a true leader is. There's no way you can
Man.
lead others. You can never lead others if you cannot lead yourself.
Come on, bro.
This is crucial. Like, if
Come
you
on.
cannot believe in yourself, regardless of adversity, regardless of hardship and everything that might come at you, and keep leading yourself, if you cannot do that for yourself, how can you lead others? So
Come on,
there's a
bro.
time of apprenticeship, right? There's a time of learning. There's a time of
Ooh.
growth. There's a time where you will go to the desert, not because God wants to just strip your hope away, but
Come on.
because he wants to make sure that you have all the weapons and all the tools and everything you will need
Now,
so that when your day and your turn comes, nothing will strip away
I, I,
your
I got
blessings.
look. I gotta speak on that because this is how I converted to content creation and talking about getting those tools over the time frame and getting scraped and bruised through it all and learning things. When I was in the church, remember I told you at 16 and got saved. My pastor didn't put me on the deacon board day one. He didn't put me on to start leading worship. He didn't put me on in front of people at the beginning. He said, you know what? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna start this young men association. This is what he did. I'm gonna show you the growth from how I didn't realize God was preparing me for this YouTube journey, how He's preparing me for to be a CEO or anything with music, anything with creativity from just being in church. Watch how this happened. So I started just opening the doors for women at the church and going to get an umbrella when it rains for women at the church. That was my job. That was what my discipleship was. Can you be consistent in this? Then in doing that, my pastor's like, we want to start doing some videotaping in the church. We want to start recording the services. You think you could do that? Yeah, I could do that. So we start recording. I learned about the camera. Had never touched the camera before. Oh, this is cool. Okay, this is great. Started learning about the camera. Okay, well, we're gonna start broadcasting on radio. You think you can figure out how to do that? Oh yeah, I think I can do that. So we start broadcasting on radio. Well, you think you can edit it? Yeah, I think I can figure that out. Start editing, start doing all of that, start doing a video broadcast on television, then converting it, working for the broadcast company here called Cox Communications, and started uploading the videos up there, learning how to build a website because they needed a website, and literally all of this stuff is just layering and layering and layering on top of the music, on top of the nerd in me and everything else. And so by the time it's time for me to do this YouTube journey, and by the time it's time for me to be a CEO, people are like, well, man, you need an album cover. Well, I can make my own album cover. You need a music video. I can edit my own music video. I just need someone to hold the camera. It's like you start getting all of these gifts, and I had to get it. We said it's saying in Baton Rouge, getting it out the mud. I had to get every single piece of it out the mud. When before I had a Sony camera or a ZV-1 sitting in front of me, I had a webcam. And I literally used that webcam, and I didn't have the Logic or I didn't have Final Cut. I had Magic Movie Maker or Windows
I
Movie
remember.
Maker, and I had to, I didn't have the most $900 microphone here. I had the small little white PC microphone that everyone would get with the Dell. Like, I've had to level up and use and master from the level I'm on, because don't despise the day of small beginnings. That has been a scripture that was told to me for years, and it's universal. Whether you're a believer or not, it's universal. Don't despise the day of small beginnings. If you be faithful over a few things, he will make you ruler over many. So the more and more I begin to be faithful over the few, God begin to multiply it. God begin to increase it and magnify it to the point to where now I have the fancy camera, I have the nice microphone, I have the Mac with the two screens and my ring light and all my special stuff and the iPad over here, and it's like I have it all because I was faithful over a few. And that's the problem. That's the problem we're running into. We stop at the few because we're looking at the greater. We're looking at, well, I want to be MKBHD today. But there's 10 people right now that need to teach you that want you to teach them how to install fonts on the iPad. Like start here, gain your audience, man. I had this happen to me and it was amazing. I had my first Instagram person hit me up off of YouTube stuff, and it was like, man, I love your videos. I was like, oh my gosh, I got somebody who found me on Instagram and likes my videos. He's like, man, look, your video on fonts really helped me. I'm another brother, a man of faith as well. You think you can kind of tell me where I can go get some better fonts? And I was able to plug them into Vital Elements and stuff like that. And I was just so happy that my content was actually reaching people. And so your audience is waiting on you, not just waiting on you to be the best version of you, but waiting on you to start. I tell people a lot. I was just recently telling this to a very close person to me. I said, there's people who are waiting to be on your payroll. I said, but I'm gonna say that one more
again,
time,
brother. Say that again.
There's someone that's waiting to be on your payroll. And I said, and you haven't even figured out how to create a timesheet yet. You haven't even figured out. You haven't done it all. I remember Prophets Funny to Bynum said, you want to own a pizza shop, but you ain't looked at the pizza dough. You ain't looked at the box prices. You haven't looked at the neon sign. You haven't looked at the glass door and the logo. You haven't invested everywhere else, but you want God to bless the pizza shop, but you haven't wrote the vision down and made it plain. And so in learning who your audience is, you first have to know who you are. And that's the most important thing. But I mean, I'm just
this is good. This is good because these are the type of things that we need to talk about today, where we see more traffic going into content creation. But these are the type of conversation that we need to have so that we can separate the true expectations from the false one. Right? Because when you go on the web, you see a whole lot of things, right? You're wondering, okay, I want to be like this person. I want to get 10,000 subscribers in 3 days. And I'm not saying you cannot have the one hit wonders. That is true. But that is the exception, right? Because how are you going to sustain whatever you get? Sustainability is what's going to separate you from everybody else. It's not getting there, it's staying there. That's what's going to position you, right? Yes, you got there. But if you don't understand how to maintain your position, you getting there will mean nothing.
Man, look, now you just stepped on a landmine on me. You just stepped on a
because
landmine.
I mean, honestly, your story is so powerful.
Come on.
That you had to understand how to usher people. You had to build a heart for the people, a love for the people, a servitude to the people that you will be leading later. If we look at the story you just shared of Jesus, right? The story of the Bible. He first was what? A servant. And he washed people's feet and say, if I don't do this, you will have no place in my kingdom. What is that talking about, right? We're not here to preach, folks. We're here to talk to you about content creation. But servitude is the part that most people want to ignore. But if you do not know how to serve, you cannot be a good leader, because as the people you're serving are going through certain things, a certain emotion, you will understand how to pause, how to slow down, how to be compassionate, how to talk to them, how to create engagement. And that is what's going to build you to be an established leader in the content creation ecosystem. Now, today we have folks that have made it, quote unquote, and have been at the level for a long time is because they have some recipes that is part of their cooking that you don't
Correct.
have. And today we're here to share those recipes with you so that you can take that with you. We're talking about your audience is waiting. And I love what you said. There's some people that are waiting to be on your payroll. But unless you start, you can never get to the destination. Again,
That's it.
unless you start. So starting is everything, right?
Starting
Getting in the
is
car,
everything.
getting in the car, believing that you are getting somewhere. Start the journey. Just start. Here's the thing.
Come on.
Everybody wants to know what's going to happen once we reach our destination. But the most important thing is just believe that you will get to that destination and start.
Come on.
Because once you believe, then you have room for what? Faith.
That's it.
And faith now can help you through the journey. Because, like you just shared, it's not always going to be an easy walk. So if you don't have faith, that means you don't have vision.
Come on.
And if you do not have vision, you do not have any provision.
Come on. You preaching,
Now,
bro.
the question is, where's your provision coming from? Now,
Come on.
for the folks that are like, what are they talking about? Who is this guy again? Let me share with you guys how he started.
Yeah,
Jeremy, how he started. I want to share with the folks right now. Jeremy, I'm going to have to share with them, right?
No,
Your
man,
very,
come on,
very
come on.
first.
Look, come on, man. We not gonna do it, right? We gonna do
Hey,
it. We
man,
doing it.
we
doing
have
it.
to
All right,
share
let's
this.
do it.
Your very first music video.
Look, you can see it.
before showing them your latest, right? Let's check it out.
Yeah,
Come on.
come on, yeah, yeah, come on, this for you, this for you, look, and just breathe, stop, fall in the mist, put your eyes on God if you ever at risk, and if you think you'll fall and you won't succeed, close your eyes real tight and descend to your knees and just breathe, yeah, this the world from here, look,
This is dope, brother. This is awesome because
Look, man, I'm so skinny, man. I'm so skinny on that thing, man. I'm dancing, doing all kind of dances. Why you played this, man? But look,
Man,
look,
hey.
I'm glad you played it because it goes back to what we were just talking about, where I started off in the few. I started off with what I had. We want to talk about, man, if I literally had this discussion with somebody. Man, if only I had the cameras that he had, if only I had the software he had, would you know how to use it in the first place?
exactly.
Would you know how to use it in the first place? The only reason why I was able to master the camera or master this or master that is because I started from the lowest of it and I worked my way up. And so this is shot with a webcam that's like that bulb Logitech webcam from way back in the day. And I literally had a Magic Movie Maker like 7 or something like that, and used all the effects and all the RAM in my computer to do this one video, all in one take for most of it. That's all. It's like I'm
Wow.
rapping it live. The beats being played out. I'm not, didn't record it prior to, and it was just a part of my ministry that I was just trying to flex and just trying to be as creative as I could at the time. Look, I got people in the comments going, man, what's
No,
what-
this is amazing
what's going on?
because this is amazing because I'm about to show you guys the level he's at. And I know for the folks that are listening to the podcast, you guys will not be able to watch it because you're listening to the podcast. But if you want to watch this, just hop on YouTube, look for my YouTube channel, JP Hightek Reviews, this interview with Jeremy Duncan, and watch it, right? Watch it, and you will see where he's at today. It is important to take a step back and see all the amazing things that God has allowed you to achieve and where you started. Embrace the beginnings and understanding that it's because you started this journey right there that we're watching you dancing in that room in your, undershirt and just breaking it down, having the moves over there. I'm looking at you, sharing those moves over there. I'm like, hey man, my boy is inspired.
I'm gonna get you back for this. Oh, I'm gonna get you for this. But yeah, brother, yeah. Let's get to the next one.
All right, man. Let me go ahead and show y'all where he's at today. All right,
Yes,
fantastic. Check
indeed.
this out.
I would be lost without you, Father. So I choose you. Above all others. Above everything. Look, yeah. See, I serve God. I used to serve myself. I used to serve a loser, but now I serve the best. Yeah, I'm back a winner. Don't like to lose no bets. My losing days behind. I'm only thinking next. See, I crossed the line. Took my first steps. Crossed my Red Sea. Didn't break a sweat. Every lion crumbles. All my bears checked. All my giants fall. That's a triple threat. I'm taking aim to the chains that I'm breaking. What's the point of being? Come on,
Yo, this is amazing, brother. This is amazing. For the folks that are listening to the podcast, you have to come and check this out, this video from where he started to where he's at today. Share with us a little bit. How was the production of this content, this music video?
So yeah, we not with a webcam, not with a webcam this time.
Obviously not.
This is with a Sony, a very nice Sony camera, 1080p shot with a f1.8 lens. We went out. Actually, he's in the chat. Shout out to By Design, who's also a brother who has been kind of like one of my mentees. He's a designer as well, and he actually helped me shoot this. But basically, we went out there. Went and found the location, scouted out the different scenes we wanted to do, and just went out there and shot it. Then I brought all the footage back, and we were able to get everything synced in Final Cut, and it came out the way it looks now. It's a phenomenal, man. So
amazing job, man. Amazing job. Where can we find this for the folks that might be interested in purchasing this music? Is it available? If yes, where, how? Let us know.
Come on, man. I like that you say that. You can go to rashreadyproductions.com, of course, which is our website where we have all of the artist music. Like I said, we have almost,
hold on. You went a little fast for the website. Go ahead and say it slowly.
I got
so
you.
We can
I got you. RaptureReadyProductions.com. You can find all of our music there. But of course, it's on iTunes, it's on Google Play Music, YouTube Music, Spotify, all of the major places. And you can just type in J Dunn, and you will find my music. And of course, we have other artists. You can find all that information on Rapture Ready. And yeah, it's amazing, man. So we're doing some amazing
there we go.
things.
I went ahead and pulled the website up, rapturereadyproductions.com. For the folks that were interested in checking this out, go ahead and check it out. Purchase the product. It is available today. And what is the title of the song again that we were watching?
That particular song is called I Choose You. It's a phenomenal song with featuring Marcus Selders. Shout out to my brother. He's also a part of the Rapture Ready Productions family. So that was actually his debut song that he did when he signed. So that was a great time, man. Like I said, that's actually one of my favorite videos of mine.
Awesome, and I have Laura giving shout outs to the folks in the comment section. Laura, thanks for joining us. She's asking correct spelling. Rapture, RAPTURE, ready, READY, productions with an S.com. That's how you're going to check it out. Let me go ahead and bring the volume up a little bit so we can, enjoy a little bit, and then we'll move.
That your soul should be anchored in the Lord. I propose, that's my goal, that's my flow. Be the realest, not a show. Give them more of the truth than they had once before. Yeah, I'm already geared. Waiting on my Lord to come like he was never here. But until he comes back, yo, my vision clear. Getting the world rapture ready, cause I know he near. Yeah.
You got the kind of love that runs deep. Your love, it overflows and surrounds me. And Dutch Lord, I'm lost and I'm drowning. So you're the only king that I'm crowning. That I'm crowning. That I'm crowning. That I'm crowning. I'm announcing. And I'm vowing. That I choose you.
Yes, sir.
This is phenomenal, brothers. Congratulations to that high level production. And I'm loving your story. I'm loving what you're doing. And people need to understand that indeed they have an audience. Indeed, they have a voice. But the thing is, in order to be that eloquent, in order to have that expertise per se, embrace the beginning. Start walking, start creating, start producing, And I can
Correct.
guarantee you, the more you're doing something, the better you're getting at it if you're embracing every level of it. Well, we're
Yes.
almost at the end of our show today. It was phenomenal, man. I'm loving it. Before we let you go, we always want to ask you, what are the places and the spaces where the people can connect with you beside, your website, Rupture, readyproductions.com for your company. By you personally, if you want to connect with you, what are the places you prefer? Let us know,
Yeah,
please.
make it simple. I make it super simple. It's J Dunn RRP. So JDUNRRP on all the social medias: Facebook, Instagram, uh, Twitter, as well as on TikTok. Although I'm still trying to look. Still trying, and of course on my new YouTube channel, of course, getting things done, where I break down different things with my nerdisms and my faith. So it's a great thing to do. So.
Fantastic, man. What will be the one thing you will tell somebody that is losing all hope despite everything we talk about? If you were to talk
Um,
to somebody that's really struggling and that has been doing it for a little longer than you have and really
yeah.
haven't been able to see any breakthrough, what words of encouragement can you tell that person, please?
Oh man, I thank you for this opportunity to do that. I would love to tell that person I am that person. I've waited. I've told myself and spoke myself out of so many blessings, so many opportunities, because I might have been right at that diamond. I might have been digging that hole, thinking I'm almost there, but because I'm losing faith, because I don't see it at the moment. I don't see that glimmer of the light at the moment. I'm giving up. I'm tired. I'm weak. It's like years and years of that. I've been there. I've done that. And let me tell you something. The same amount of time, I wanna speak this because this is something I have had to say a few times. The same amount of time, no matter what, it's going to pass. 5 years is still going to pass. If you're blessed to live for 5 more years, it's still going to pass. Go ahead and live that 5 years out doing what you're called to do in purpose. Because if you continue to walk it, my grandma told me this. I didn't want to go to college. I did not want to take the 4 years. I was like, that's gonna take too long. And she was like, that same 4 years is gonna pass you one way or another. She said, at the end of it, you'll have a degree or you won't. But the 4 years are gonna still pass. So my
Mm-hmm.
thing is to you, what else do you have to do? If this is what you're called to and this is what you're gifted to do, you're going to make it as long as you keep consistent and you keep going. But that same amount of time, whether you do or don't, will pass. And what are you going to have at the end of it? Will you have a successful YouTube career? Will you have a successful business launch? Will you have a successful company that's bringing in residual income for your family? Will you have a successful career? Or will it just be, I wish I could. I should have, could have, would have, but I didn't. That's what I
Oh
would tell them.
man, this is fantastic, fantastic. And a lot of folks joining in the comment section. I have James Hicks. James Hicks is saying, "Y'all better listen to Jay Dunn. I appreciate you being here, James Hicks." I have Cree, First Lady Cree. Thanks for being in the comment section. By design. Thanks for joining the live stream and commenting and being engaging in there, right? And also Shika or Shika. I don't
Oh,
want to,
look, look, that's
break it
Sheikah.
down.
That's my queen there. That's
Shika.
my girl. She's my number one supporter. So, baby, thank you so much for tuning in. And she's the reason why I have the energy sometimes to keep going. So, shout out to
Awesome.
my girl, man. Shout out to my
Awesome,
baby.
Shika. Thanks for being in the comment section. And folks, thanks
Yes,
for connecting and being here. And this is the type of things that we love. And I love what you said, regardless of what you're going through, the time doesn't stop moving. The time will
doesn't.
pass. Regardless of how long it takes, the time will pass. So you need to get on your craft today. Because you
That's
can't
it.
stop time. You can't slow time down. You can only spend time. That's all. I'm going to end it today. Jay Dunn, I want you to stay behind stage as I close with the team here, and I'll be right with you. All right, folks, this is it. This is Content Creators University. This is what we do. Every single week, we connect with one of the best minds, just like Jay Dunn today, Jeremy Duncan, and sharing amazing stories, right? Teaching us things and helping articulate some aspect of content creation for us to keep growing. That is what we do here. If you like this type of videos, I want to encourage you to go ahead and smack the like button at the bottom there. Subscribe if you have not already. Share this video with a friend or family member that you believe might help encourage them. All right, I'll share some light on what they're doing, and we appreciate you for that. Right, and we'll see you again next week. Next Wednesday, we have a special guest coming here, and this guest is going to be talking to us about perfectionist mindset as creators. Who we can be our first enemy. This will be amazing. And it's going to be at 5:30 p.m. On Wednesday, August 18th, right here on the Content Creators University. Remember, tonight, I'm not done. You can find me in a different show tonight, and I will be with DJ Strict, right? Right here, let me go ahead and show it to you. DJ Strict, I'm going to be with him in this show, and we're going to be talking about something that you guys will love, and that is branding, right? Branding is going to be what we'll be talking about. Everything that encompass, not everything, but a lot of things. I'm going to be dropping a lot of jams, a lot of knowledge, a lot of secrets about branding. I've been doing this for over 15 years, folks. And what am I considering? Why is it that some branding fail, and what does that even mean to be a branding expert? And what's the difference between all that marketing, messaging, graphic design, branding, web design, and all those type of things? And what are the things you need to consider to make sure that you have an impactful career, an impactful brand, and people actually traffic towards you? Very important. Join me at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight on Strict City Live Show. Look for it on YouTube, Strict City 01, and you'll find me there. I'll see you guys next time for another video. You be safe. See you tonight at 8 p.m. And besides that, again, next week, next Wednesday. Be safe, like I always say. Shalom. Bye-bye, guys.